Hi Aquarius, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so apply it as you should. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and it's meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But with that said and done, the overall message I channeled for us, we got everything you touch, it turns to gold. Everything you touch turns to gold. But let's begin and pull from the Starseed Oracle and see what the next 48 has in store for you. What do we have for Aquarius? Okay, I'm hearing shining like a star. I mean, you are the star card of the tarot, but you're shining like a star in certain ways. Okay, I'm not taking that card. I feel like some of which drawn to the reading need to be more open to romance, to love, to see where a connection goes, even if it's in the beginning stages, because I feel like you're doubting things or you're allowing your past to step in and alter things or your expectation in the wrong direction. Okay, that's just a side message, but you are shining like a star in the next 48 where you have a bit of a Midas touch, learning how to be human in this world, but not of it. So there's a sense of you feeling quite grounded in the next 48, more than one would expect stepping into it. A sense of you kind of being in your own world. If you look at this imagery, a bit of staying within Aquarius's bubble, all right? Not wanting to at times let people or certain people in, but also just regardless of whether you're wrapped up with people, you're strutting out about migrating, accomplishing, getting things done, taking care of oneself, working. There's a feeling of you being a very kind of a hermit in the next 48, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there is a need to a bit of a preparation vibe for the future for you to let people in more. All right, we get the past wasn't perfect, and certain people they're saying suck. Bear with my language, but it just feels like that's a key focus at certain points, and somebody cares about you, and I feel like there's a new crush for some, excuse me, that is thinking about you at certain points in the next 48. You might find that you think about them when they think about you. But at the bottom of the deck, we have bringing harmony and balance. It feels like you desire levels of peace, or it just is coming to be in the next 48, but you wanting things to feel a little bit better energy-wise. Somebody around you or that you're connected to could be, or associated with, could be a bit emotional and or just a little bit nervous. And if you're empathic or just feel sensitive to energy, this could definitely affect you. But I do feel like you're quite happy overall. There's a feeling of you also having coping mechanisms or an addiction that's needing to be highlighted as something that's not helping you at this time and moving forward. And they're saying minimalizing is a good stepping stone towards a healthier lifestyle for oneself. But I also just feel like your destiny is taking a focus. They're showing me the Fool card. Somebody falling back in the Light Seers deck in a very effortless kind of going with the flow manner. And I feel like you're doing well at going with the flow in the next 48, adapting, adjusting, right? Accepting that things are getting done when they're meant to, but you do have a sense of a little bit of annoyance within your energy, your perspective when it comes to disturbances, right? Again, it could just be the energy affecting you or disturbing you. But I do feel like all the meanwhile, you're being reminded, okay, that you're one loyal individual, and this is going to come in handy moving forward. People trust you. When you create, develop, if you're on social media especially, or it could be in the work environment or both, people trust you, but you're protected, my friend. And this is taking a highlight in the next 48. And there's a need to just keep your chin held high, keep that confidence alive, and do what you have to do when you need to, or you feel the desire to, and succeed through it all. It feels like people are going to be impressed in the next 48, and this just will keep you pushing forward. Okay. But I do feel like there are certain levels of conflict you have to deal with at times, whether it's due to your spirituality, the energy in the air in a situation, if not multiple, the way, say, a job location is run, or however it ends up working for you. This is something you have been prepared for. It's not that you should have to deal with it, but it might tie into your destiny somehow. Reminds me how I'm spiritually messed with quite consistently, and it does create conflict at times and disturb things, but that ties into my destiny to be a tarot reader, right? And so the good at times comes with the bad. The destiny, the purpose in this life for you individually might simply come with certain annoyances at times. Okay, nothing's perfect. And I feel like you're being reminded to accept the imperfections at this time, for there's better lying ahead for you. Upgrades, switch ups. You made the right choices, what I'm getting. But I do feel like some of you are thinking about a home where you would fit in best. You might be missing family members, soulmate friends. You might be thinking about acquiring more so of an ideal soul tribe for oneself, right? Those people who you connect with on a soul level and have more in common with than past versions of oneself. But yeah, let's continue and pull some tarot. But I do feel like there's a need to trust where you're led in the next 48, whether it's away from a situation to something specific. They're saying along the way you might discover something of importance for you. So yeah, when you feel the need to go on a walk, to go for a car ride, do it. Okay, do it. There's something for you. Even if it's simply just to come back to your energy. But in a larger sense as well, trust where you're led, because it feels like you're very guided by your intuition at the very least, and it feels for a lot, spiritually. Okay. So don't be surprised if there are synchronicities in the next 48. But yeah, when you're producing, developing with the Emperor in a very passionate, bold, and confident way, I want to say, you are turning things to gold. If you have an online business or a business in general, you produce and develop in a very golden manner, where at times people are thinking, well, how do they do what they do, right? Or this is just so damn magical, or both. And people are impressed once again, but it just feels like as well people want more of you. They want to know more about you, but it feels like you're a bit of a mystery, and that tying into you just kind of keeping to oneself, or just not feeling like everybody needs to know everything about you or how you do what you do. They're saying keep the mystery alive. All right, keep the mystery alive, but prepare to open up to people moving forward. There's part of you expecting the worst, whether this is in regards to the future of a connection. It could be multiple situations, your living situation, the future of a contract, the future of your job, whether or not you're going to get a job. For some, you need to flip this in the reverse, focus on the positives, expect the best, and recognize that you have a mindset at this time, a mind that will transform anything into your external reality for the better or for the worse, okay? So I feel like in the next 48 as well, you're very in touch with your masculine side, with two kings coming out. But with the King of Swords, I do feel as if people are viewing you as wise, knowledgeable. Somebody, for a lot drawn to the reading, beyond their years, a bit of an old soul. Somebody who just effortlessly, accomplishes things, but then it's kind of obvious at times that there are disturbances, slip-ups, moments of nervousness, but nobody's perfect, and I feel like people don't want you to be. So stop striving for perfection with oneself, okay? Your overall well-being is going to take a focus in the next 48 in regards to positive turn of events, okay? Positive effects from, say, working out, taking care of your skin complexion, drinking enough H2O, enough water, minimalizing certain bad habits as far as consumption and stuff of that nature to feel better about oneself, or to feel better in general. But I also feel like certain negative, say physical pain, or just an upset stomach, stuff of that nature might take a highlight. And so you may just be pushed to think, well, how do I better this situation? Can I? And if not, don't focus on it, okay? Or just do what you have to do. The Eight of Cups and the King of Cups, so 3 out of the 4 kings. Yeah, this talking about the peaceful nature about you for the most part in the next 48. There might be little spurts of energy, potentially a gift from spirit, but it feels like you are glowing, okay? Somebody, if not multiple people, regardless of how this comes to be, are noticing you as somebody who is changing through the style of your clothing, those choices, jewelry, stuff of that nature. It could be in regards to, say, your physical appearance, like your hair, stuff of that nature, your mannerisms, your energy, I want to say, how mature you seem for some. But it just feels like there's thoughts and peaceful moments in the next 48 of you doing what's right for you, stepping away from what feels toxic, what you've been spiritually forewarned will not work for you, or you might have just seen a tower moment come to be. out of your control. That was spirit. Okay. Doing what's right for you, even if it didn't feel like it in the moment. But I do sense that there's times in the next 48 where once again you're going to be needing to trust where you're led as you're being pushed a step away from a place. Say it's at home, work, it could be a conversation where the energy isn't right, or it's not going to lead towards anything good in that moment. And there's potentially something else you could be wrapped up with of importance, or just simply better energy, or both, or just you could find that there's so many synchronicities on that walk that are just going to light you up and just keep you thinking in a positive manner or bring that back. A sense of you at times in the next 48 needed to come back to your Aquarian energy. You were shining like a star, and there's a sense of you keeping up with your glow, right? Enhancing it all the meanwhile. But then there are moments where you think about a ship that's been delayed coming in for you, an opportunity, and that may cause your glow to take a little bit of a dip, make you a little bit nervous. A reminder, don't make oneself nervous. There are enough factors outside of your control that you deal with from time to time or just consistently that can make you nervous, right? And then affect your glow through it all. But it's the next 48 where I feel like you're getting a lot done, but in a very peaceful manner. Once again, you're an inspiration. You are a vibe, a personality that people like. I would watch the Leo reading I did yesterday for their next 48, talking all about their vibe and people wanting more, picking up a similar kind of vibe from you, from your energy. But as you shine like a star, as you glow in certain ways on different levels in the next 48, and again, get a lot done, again, start expecting the best. You are finding oneself with that Midas touch as everything you touch, everything you wrap oneself up with turns to gold. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time.